Welcome back. I'm going to do a woodland scene, hopefully with some water if I remember to put it in. Bit of a rocky thing, or could do just after a storm, light in the centre or just off centre, and puddles going across showing a bit of reflection. Maybe we'll do a bit of both. So with my over cut down handle of my new hake, I got this one for £4. It's the Art in Action show some months ago in the summer. £4. It's these hakes. This is a Ron Ranson hake, the only one I'd really recommend. It's getting a little bit dull today. It's typical autumn. Right, I'll put in some sienna. We've got lemon yellow, raw sienna, Lisbon crimson, night red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and burnt sienna. So I've dragged a bit of grey. It was put out last Friday, but it hasn't dried yet because I keep it in the Ziploc bag. That'll do. We don't want to do too much sky because we're going to cover up a lot of it, but we'll put a bit of alizarin in. Just a brush, and then just a sort of a nondescript sky, bit of blue, bit of alizarin. I've done it again. Bit of Payne's grey, bit of blue. Plenty of alizarin first. That'll do, just. Okay. I might put a little bit of blue in there because we have got quite a bit of blue in the sky at the moment, as well as cloud. So I'll add a bit of blue. That'll do, just to show willing. We'll just put that in the reflections. Okay. Now, I want a fairly mysterious background, but I want to dry up. I've got quite a bit of water on there, so I'm going to dry it off a bit. Just want my lead out. Take your headphones off. Right, okay. I'll reclip it. So the only bit of wetting wet now really is the sky. I've got these large brushes here. Let me use them. I'll show you them in my brush, one of my brush holders, which are Legion. Oops. I've got this squirrel mop. I think it's a bit larger than the one Ted Weston used to use to demonstrate, but I don't know, I can't remember. It's years since I saw him demonstrate at Castle Wallington Arts Group. He's since died. Well, he died in '83, I think. So this is Sabi. It's a number 10. I think the ideal one would be a number 4, but a number 6. Sorry, a number 8. But there it is. I hardly ever use it, and I bought this one. I had dipped it in water just as it was like this squirrel, Pro Arte squirrel mop, flat. I bought that from David Bellamy when he did a demonstration for Castle Wallington Art Group, and he was demonstrating for the Daily Round Pro Art. And 25 quid I paid for that. I hardly ever used it. Right, and the other one, I can't remember where this one came from. I must have bought it cheap, because I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. This is a Winsor & Newton mop, squirrel mop, but it's it's much thicker, much more hair. Not quite as long as the Pro Arte, but one of these days when I can afford some really good paper, I'll have a go with these. So there we are. as it is, using a 2-inch Rod Manson Hake, £4, but that was a good price, that was a going home price. Right, so I'll put in a bit of background from those colours, but so bear in mind we're still in autumn, so let's just wash in some of this background. I'm going to paint over this. It's just a wood, and we can just add a bit of the siennas, a bit of burnt umber. Just bring it down to the floor. We'll have the stream going, or the stream, the water. I'm just picking up colours here and there. I want to do this as quick as I can, really. Now you see the paper's behaving like a dry paper rather than the wet in wet, in that it will tend to go a bit clumpy, a bit oasisy. Right, let's put in some warmer colours, a bit of blue, a bit of umber. Bit of red. Some nice colours in it. So I'm going to scrape out some of this. Bit of yellow with some of that lovely Payne's grey. Because with I'm only thinking about the UK, the leaves turn sort of a yellowy sienna, raw sienna, on the trees, and they go red when they hit the woody floor. Okay, now a bit of strength now. So, bit of red, bit of umber, bit of grey. I like mixing Payne's grey with reds and the siennas. So this is going to be the sort of red from the trees, which I haven't put in yet. Bit of sienna, let's just put those in. Don't really use too much red. I like the red, but it's very strong. So we're just varying the colours here. Come across. Okay, so a bit of green. Just remember we've got some puddles coming through here. Needs a bit more dark in there. Yellow. Yeah, see, it's good because I've dried the paper and I'm going over it. I'm making a bit of a mess here. But. Right, okay, that'll be right. Get some harder greens. Bit of shadow, varying the colours here. Now I want to get some of this grass in, but I want to show reflections through the puddles of some of the stronger trees I'm going to put in. Pushing up a bit and trickling down a bit. Bushes. Get some mix of colours in here. Alright, just reflect that. The painting I did a couple of hours ago of the Paris lake, I don't know if it was on BBC or it was the BBC showed something from French TV about the terrible goings on. Oh, I keep forgetting that wretched grey. Let's put in some dark, warmer colours in here. The shadow coming across here. To the depth of this wood. There's a bit of blue and light red in there, I think. Bit of shadow. Who knows what this will turn out like. I'll start putting in some trunks now, so there's a greeny. A bit of that anchor there. Green, greeny grey. Thicken up some of these trunks. Just a sort of an impression of trees. I'll put some leaves and things on here. Okay, let's go and put another one there. Oh, there we are. Yes. Okay, let me just let out some of that. Could do the same in here. A lot of trees are greeny grey, so if you have to paint them black, or unless they're silhouettes, then because it's different. A bit more water, I think. This is where the hate comes into its own, doing this sort of thing. Because it's such a, it comes to a very sharp chisel edge. Look. One brush does so much. Alright, we're coming on. See the background sort of modifying now. It's because we're covering up some of it. I will go over this with the rigger to finish off, because I want to put in some of the leaves, but you've got to get these trunks thick enough to hold the weight of the canopy. But you just get this sort of a random look. Let's just put okay, some more there. Sorry if the radio is a bit obtrusive. I'm just listening to it because of the importance of all the news that's coming up and all the different views, all sides. My son and daughter work in town in London. And nowhere's safe from the fanatics. Right, just get another one. Get one big one over here. Just block that side. Right, I think we'll put in some bit of ivy. Why not? Stuff hanging down from the trees. Stuff you'd get on an old wood. Okay, don't overdo that. I'll put just a couple more in here so it shows the reflection. I can do the background. A bit here, a bit of blue, it says. Okay. So I'll get the reflections underneath where they're supposed to be. Right, I'll put in some bluey, greeny. Well, blue, red. Let's just go up here. Let's just put some of this in. Okay, we'll put in some leaves now, some greeny, ochre leaves. Bit of burnt sienna, I think, in there as well. Warms it up, separates it from the back. One hopes. Okay. Bit of umber in there as well, I think. And then some of this. Bit of yellow. Okay, a little bit of work with the rigger. Well, this is number one, I think. So just showing the reflections, and these, just a wash of the umber that's in there. Like that'll do. Now, just a bit of some branches just sticking out of. I remember Ron Manson doing this on a demonstration video that I had good fortune to see. He did all the scrubby, all the holly and all the stuff that clings to trees, ivy and all sorts, and he had lots of little branches. And if you look, you'll see this sort of thing. It's good to put bits and pieces on your trees. It just adds a bit of texture to the whole thing. Just put some bit of that in there. Just a tangle of trees coming up, or branches coming up into the canopy. Okay, I'll sign that. Now, I don't think I'm having a great painting day, but it's only Monday, isn't it? Let's just anchor these. A bit of shadow. Okay, I'm going to let that go. Clean my brush and put a mount around it. No room for birds in this one. So it's just a woody scene after an autumn shower. Something like that. Just a quickie. Put that mount. Oh no, put the blue one on. It's not as clean. Okay, it's quite. No, I don't know. Let's come round. Zoom you in. So let's go round. Let's see the all the vegetation on the trunks of these trees. So you don't have to do botanical specimens. Well, you can if you want to, of course, if that's the way you do it. But I'd rather do something like this because it gives, one, they're easy to do, two, they're quick, and three, it gives the viewer something to put in, to use their brain to fill in the gaps. That was the great thing about the Impressionists. They only indicated detail. Well, I'm not too displeased with that. It's not one of my best ones, but there we are, after an autumn shower. Typical weather we're having now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.